What is up, potato chips? Welcome back to ciNATEmatic. You have many choices in online film critics and movie fans, so thank you for choosing me. Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic that we have been waiting for. This movie did him so much justice. Seeing his nephew embody him was absolutely a wild experience. Getting to hear these iconic songs and see this larger-than-life man on the big screen was just so fun and worth the ticket price. To this day, no artist has done it like Michael Jackson. Nobody has come close to his success and his scale, and the box office is already showing you that, and him resurfacing in the charts is also proving this point. Now, the movie starts off with him as a child, where he is in a band with his brothers. We all know the Jackson 5. So we start off there, and we get to see kind of like his humble beginnings, where he comes from, and how he was treated by his family. As the story goes on, we get to see his shift to being a singular artist with his first solo album, Off the Wall. But to be able to produce this and do this album, he had to jump over many hurdles. He had to try to distance himself from not only his family, but his abusive father who tried to control everything. We got to see what it was like for him to try to summon his courage and confidence to break away from all of that. We also got to see how caring of a person that he was with not only his fans, but also when he got success, the many exotic animals that he bought, that he didn't refer to as pets, but as friends. He was really gentle with them. And like, Jafar nailed the mannerisms of his uncle and his singing voice. Like the Thriller sequence was almost shot for shot. When you watch this movie, you literally feel like you are watching Michael Jackson, not an actor play Michael Jackson. And that is no small feat to accomplish. Now, I've heard some people say that the film moves too fast, but I think that the structure of this film was actually done really well, and it progressed quite naturally. The Don't Stop Till You Get Enough sequence shuttled us through the early part of his solo career at a great speed, in my opinion. It was just all edited very well. And then when we finally got to like the Thriller sequence, you've hung out with Michael for a while, so you have a good sense of who he is, and you really want to see that success for him, and you're starting to like get that immense notoriety and popularity that he had. You get a feel for that. And then we get to another point where the dad thinks that he's still in control, and Michael agrees for his brothers and his family to go on one final tour for the Jackson 5, but the dad thinks this is just the beginning and is trying to make his son basically be the Jackson 5 for forever. This gets Michael into an accident while performing for Pepsi. It's proven that the only thing that the father still cares about is just Michael making money for the family. We also get to see some more behind the scenes stuff about Michael Jackson's health issues, like a condition that he dealt with called vitiligo, which was a skin disease that he had that would slowly transform his skin from brown to white. And I think that was a very important part for this movie to include, to help people understand him better. And then after the Pepsi incident where his hair caught on fire, it was said that he had to wear wigs from that point on, which would also explain his hair changes. Now the film ends with him finally sticking up for himself and breaking away from the Jackson 5 and going on to do his very famous Bad tour. And this sequence feels like you are literally watching a Michael Jackson concert. The reaction from the crowd in my theater was nuts. Everybody was like dancing in their seats. Also earlier on, I forgot to mention, we get to see the story behind Beat It, which was also really cool to see how that came to fruition. And not only this, but this film is said to be just the beginning, because once the credits roll, we see the words, "His story continues," flash across the screen. So a sequel is basically already confirmed now, and I can only imagine how insane that one's going to be, especially after part 1 was done so well. This movie just proves to solidify that he is indeed the king of pop, and will in fact remain as such. Have you guys seen Michael? Do you plan on seeing Michael? Make sure to let me know your thoughts and your take in the comments below, as I look forward to hearing them. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, as there are more videos headed your way, and it really does help out the channel. And as always, thank you for watching ciNATEmatic.